run down, shooting all the sea rays with the Kima boardwalk in the background, worked really nice. I mean, that was circa like probably 2001 or maybe 2000. Yeah, it was a while ago, 20 years ago. Gosh. I also was shooting Prince back then. That was Prince, yeah.
So, so I've been doing a little boating recently. I've been on the water. I've been doing some stuff.
I've noticed, man, you've been publishing some awesome video, man.
Yeah, man. So we were down in Rio Hondo. We did a really cool shoot with JETSURF. We're finally getting some JETSURF boards back on the water out here. We were in Offit's Bayou. For people that are just tuning in, I mean, Offit's Bayou is just like a really cool spot in Galveston. Smooth water,
right there off of 61st Street behind Moody Gardens.
Yeah, so I mean, Moody Gardens in the background. They have a Party Cove over there, but there's several areas where you can anchor your boat and the kids get out and just hang out, and people have beer, and it goes hand in hand with boating, right? But there's always a designated driver on the boat. But no, it's a really cool place to be, and so it's just fun. Just like I said, getting back on the water, man. I'm excited about just the Bay Area, Galveston. There's just a lot of cool stuff. Boating is just taking off.
Man, it's been huge, right? That's the one thing that the coronavirus couldn't stop, man.
I mean,
the local boating scene.
Perfect for social distancing. I guess people had. Everyone's pocketbooks were a little bit hurt, but
absolutely.
I guess that somehow people are justifying buying boats still. They're getting boats fixed. Even this marina, incredible marina, everybody loves it. But, last year they didn't do a ton of service work, right? People were, just kind of letting the boats sit. They weren't really getting out there like you would think, and they're just doing tons of service. People are getting their boats fixed.
Awesome.
They're just getting out there. So, man, it's just fun for me to witness that in Clear Lake, Galveston, wherever I'm at, seeing everybody being active on the water, because that's what I love to do. That's what I like to talk about. And I mean it's just great. People are I haven't seen this many people on the water in a while. So I mean it just goes hand in hand.
That's the one positive, or maybe there's multiple positives. I mean that's come out of this, but it seems like people have gotten out into Mother Nature more. People.
Yes.
I mean, in my neighborhood, people are biking. They're walking.
The bikes are flying off the shelves.
I've seen all these neighbors I didn't know that existed.
Yes.
I guess they used to be on treadmills in gyms, and now they're walking the neighborhoods.
Yeah.
I live right off Taylor Lake, which is off of Clear Lake, which is off Galveston Bay, which is off Gulf. But anyway, and the amount of activity on Taylor Lake over the last 2 months has been unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, I got the boat launch is right across the street from my house.
Yeah.
And just the activity. I mean, it does
cool.
seem like
cool to see.
Yeah, it's been really awesome. I mean, it does seem like between the biking and the boats,
we're such big advocates of boating, and this area and this community being a water community.
Waterfront capital of Texas.
I mean, I'm telling you, the amount of sailboats here and just the jet skis. I mean, it's ridiculous. You know? I mean, there's just so much going on. So, like I said, think that I love talking about that stuff. That's what we're here to advocate. The new boats that are out there, and the new areas to boat, and the restaurants to pull your boats up at, and I mean all the different things you can do on this lake.
Absolutely, and we had planned on by now we would have already been talking to I think the sailing committee chair at Lakewood and stuff.
Man, guys, we had so many cool shows planned for y'all. But hey, things happen. But there's so much lined up.
Yeah.
So what's cool about this show is the fact that we're remote and we're going to go to a lot of these cool places. The Houston Yacht Club, the Lakewood Yacht Club. South Shore. We're here at the JETSURF Houston studio. There's going to be lots of cool places that we're going to be broadcasting out of to give you a firsthand look and to talk to people that are involved in the kind of stuff that you're interested in hearing about. So
maybe we should do a show over at Villa Capri here soon during the sailboat races.
I think that'd be awesome
on a Wednesday. It's funny.
Who I want to have on the show? I want Frankie to come on.
Oh yeah,
I think it would be one for the.
Well, he's a family friend, man. I haven't, I had my reception, my wedding reception, or the what's it the night before? What's it called? Yeah, the rehearsal dinner. Yeah, at Villa Capri. Yeah, I mean, and
it's about building rapport, and he's such a nice guy, and I mean. Yeah. hard worker. Every time I go in there, I mean, he's in there, working hard, and I love his restaurant and just how he's, my brother used to eat it. Frenchie's, my brother's 10 years older than me. I mean, he's in his later 40s, and he's been going there since
he's my age.
He's been going there since he was 18. Younger, skateboarding over to Frenchie's to get a $4, $5 sandwich back in the day, and they're still really a reasonable.
Oh, absolutely.
$6, $7, biggest sandwich you ever had. You can split it with two. I would love to have him on the show. The stories he could tell, the history of Villa Capri, the fact that we are going to host some shows at some of these waterfront restaurants to appreciate them for what they are. The fact that they've been a part of this waterfront community for so long.
Absolutely.
I mean, and that's what it's all about. That's what
Definitely.
I love about this area is families like that have been, advocating for that water life for a long time.
Absolutely. No, I couldn't agree more, man. There's just so much history here along the water and so many awesome venues. I recently was talking to the GM over at Barge, who we were about to do a show there.
Yeah, I was out of town at a race, and then I didn't know if you guys had actually put some material together or not. I didn't know what had happened with that.
Well, and then the whole world changed.
Well,
no.
Because the GM over there, he had a lot of really cool stuff that he wanted to talk about, and as you know, they're doing a lot of cool stuff over there. I'll let you run with that.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about Barge 295, which is the old Turtle Club, historic venue, the only floating tavern in Texas,
literally the only floating barge in the state of Texas.
Yeah, the only floating tavern in Texas. Yeah. But now they've expanded.
Floating barge, floating tavern.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine there's many floating barges.
I'm
sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I did. Man, I'm sorry. But anyway, they've expanded quite a bit. We have been drinking a little bit.
Sure.
You said beer goes good with boating. It goes good with podcasting.
That's
also.
it, man. You have to.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I've been so impressed with what Barge has done with the yard. And I think we've talked about this on a previous show because we were literally about to do a live show there.
Yes.
Right before the world got turned on its head. But anyway.
And we'll do one soon.
Yeah, because, they've made so much progress since we were even going to do that show. I mean, they in the short term, they've built, chair rails and a whole fence around the, and they're going to have
the stage. The stage is even bigger and better.
Yeah. They've had
upgraded the parking. Not fully, but they're getting there.
Yeah, the live music calendar that they're doing there between the barge itself and the yard. It's really impressive. Yeah, literally we have a waterfront music venue of a top-notch level now here on the North Shore, which is awesome. I guess the only other thing I can compare it to is the Kima Boardwalk. Has a pretty nice music venue right there on the water. But so very exciting things happening at the Barge. Just excited to see all the bars and reopen. Obviously, most of the restaurants have already reopened. Bars that had kitchens, maybe opened up. Yeah. But now even just the strictly bars have reopened. I happen to go actually it kind of is on the water. It's on the water. Scout Bar actually technically is on the water.
Yeah. So you've talked about this a little bit, the expansion.
Yeah, and the whole patio out there. Yeah. But I went to and I wanted to do this. When Scout Bar, who's been a client of mine since day one, even before that, when it was Liquid Lounge. When they reopened, I knew I wanted to go support them. So they reopened, I guess it was about 2 Fridays ago, maybe 3. Not too long ago, but they had a couple tribute bands, and that seems to be right now what they're booking a lot of local tribute bands because, the national bands, Scouts are obviously known for having these national acts come in.
Yeah, they have some pretty big, Scout Bar's got a pretty big name for itself.
Oh,
now.
Yeah.
They've been in the business a long time, and that shows, and sometimes you can get respect from some artists when you've been doing it for a while.
Well, yeah, and it's owned by artists that have connections.
Right.
The Papa Roach came back in the day and did a free show there.
Billy
Bob Thornton did an awesome show. Okay, so on that note,
I saw some pictures of that the other day.
Yeah, I did a little post.
Nice.
I was so excited about Scout Bar reopening that we did a little post on the Scene magazine about what's your favorite Scout Bar show. And there's so many that come to my mind. Betsy, my wife, hers was when Billy Bob Thornton came.
Yeah.
And, and that was pretty cool because he's a famous guy. And actually, one hell of a performer, had an awesome band.
Man, he looked like he was doing it.
Yeah, he wasn't He wasn't just kind of, he wasn't gravy training the fact he's famous. Yeah, he was totally in it. They did a wardrobe change. I mean, they really did 2 shows.
Yeah.
The first show, they're all like dressed to the nines, and it was really awesome. And the second show, they were more casual. But the cool thing about the second act, not second show, is that Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top came on stage and did like a whole guitar thing before it's Billy Bob Thornton and the Boxmasters. They're still actually a band. They're still touring. They've got albums. Matter of fact, at that point years ago, they had a dual album, a box set that was really cool that actually I have. But Billy Gibbons, performed with them. So that was Betsy's favorite Scat Bar show.
Yeah, where do they find the time, man, to do it all?
Right?
Like, I mean,
I almost believe, seriously, and I think maybe he even said as much, I think music is more of a passion than acting.
No, and sometimes you don't even know that some of these people are
Randy
more
Quaid,
passionate about...
Dennis Quaid came there, Jada Pinkett Smith.
Really?
Yeah, she has... Now, and I actually did a phone interview with her. I mean, we're going in all kinds of different directions. Yeah, it was really cool. Jada Pinkett Smith actually called my house back in the day I scheduled a phone interview with her, and she had a band called Wicked Wisdom that was like heavy. I mean, we're talking heavy thrash.
Jada Pinkett
Smith.
Jada
Pinkett Smith, who I had a crush on back in the day.
Well, she was.
She still is. I mean,
sure.
But she had a thrash metal band. It was a bunch of the guys that were in the old Fishbone band back in the day, and she's played Scout Bar 2 or 3 times. I mean, it was long ago. She hasn't been back. I'm not sure if Wicked Wisdom still exists, and if they do, I'm not sure she's still involved. But and the only reason I brought her up is we're talking about Billy Bob, Dennis Quaid actually played. He's got a band. He played at Scout Bar like probably about 2 years ago, much more recently than these other shows I'm talking about.
Really?
So, but anyway, going back to the scene.
They have history too.
Oh, so much history.
So we're actually in the future going to have someone on the show that's actually related to the Quaids.
That's right. Yeah, Bo Brinkman.
Yeah. He's going to be hopefully a guest that we've had lined up for a while, but just trying to get all that stuff together. But yeah, I mean, he literally knows the Quaids. He's got some funny stories. He's a really entertaining guy.
No, very accomplished actor, director, producer.
Absolutely. He's a movie maker.
He also was married to Laura Ingraham from Little House on the Prairie, I think, back in the day.
Yeah.
Like
I don't want to misquote that.
Right. Yeah. I think he was honored at one of the Gulf Coast film festivals here in the area back. At some point. I think I was at that one.
The Quaids they're a little familiar with Houston.
Oh, they're Houston. Yeah, they're
so
Houston.
People don't realize that Houston actually has, a lot of people sleep on Houston and they think it's just, cowboys, rappers, and oil and gas.
Yeah, we're all wearing boots. We all got cowboy hats and an oil derrick in our backyard.
Yeah,
don't sleep on Houston.
Yeah, but it's, no, there's a lot of famous people that come from here who have ties to Houston. Actors, celebrities, I mean, all sorts of people.
Speaking of oil derricks, I just popped open my Spindle Tap Brewery Heavy Hands.
And this is delicious.
Man, this is good. It's a hazy IPA.
I really like this.
Got the kind of Mike Tyson wrap on the bottle on the can.
Yeah, this is awesome. And I'm not even a crazy IPA guy.
Yeah, I know you're not. But that's
so
okay.
balanced.
So now I'm kind of transforming into my other podcast or one of my other 3 podcasts. The cool thing about...
Which will all be going soon, 100% at a possible new studio.
A brand new, high-profile, 4,000 square foot NASA Road 1 studio.
That could be very cool.
Yeah, very excited about this.
We could be doing a lot of cool shows out of this.
Very excited about this. We got there's stuff coming soon, man. We're both Jordan and I, we're coming out of this quarantine stronger than ever, man.
Yeah. Well, we've been wanting to do this for a long time. Me and John have been talking about this forever. And, I don't think there's anybody that really could bring a better, well-balanced, entertainment-type show together, man. I mean, I think that we're going to give people what they want, man.
Awesome.
All
love
the information.
Love it.
The new studio is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And like I said, we've got the whole Weekends on the Water thing lined up, but John's got a lot of other cool stuff going on. The Scene Today and Galactico's Power Hour and so many cool things. And we really want to try to step it up and have a really high tech studio and really, like I said, bring you guys high quality entertainment and news to this area. So yeah,
appreciate the kind words. Yeah. I mean, not only got a new Scene mobile app.